range, it doesn't. You want to be on as flat a ground as possible, but if you can't, it's okay. You just want to keep that in mind that it may affect your aim, and that's part of these things too. Is like with the 1600-meter range, it's not that bad no matter what.
So
yes.
why would my elevation only go up to 87.20?
80s.
Oh, wait.
Okay,
no,
here we go. Yeah, that thing in the bottom. Don't use anything in the site.
Okay, I'm looking at the top right. I see now.
Everything is in the top right. Nothing in the actual site matters at all. Everything is top right.
And then to clarify, my mill indicates my
range.
And that translates to elevation on the top right.
Yes.
So I will shoot 1,650 meters if I change my elevation to 1020 for a charge of 1.
Yes, exactly. Okay. And it will take, where do we have it here? About 23.4 seconds of flight time.
Gotcha. And then I have to adjust 33 mils for every 100 meters of elevation difference.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, this makes
Which is a lot. That's a lot. So the wind is going to be more, but I have the wind completely turned off on the server right now, so you'll mostly just be working with recon to zero your shots in quickly. These are pretty precise. If you just drop round exactly where you fired before, it'll more or less land in that spot. There's not a lot of deviation. Let me show you the other thing on map. So open up your map.
All right.
Open up your map tools. Normal or small, doesn't matter. All right, so first, you know about rotating your map tools?
I've never done it.
All right, so hold Alt and then click your map tool.
Nice, I like it.
All right, so that is how you just quickly find out what direction you need to be looking from your position. You don't need to like align compass to map tool. You just put the little circle on you. Do that. If you do like go as if you were gonna draw a little squiggle line, but do it up against the edge of your map tool or along the red line.
Gotcha.
Instant straight line like you're drawing on a ruler. Pretty handy. Last thing, azimuth. So mortar, we use 4-digit azimuth instead of 3-digit bearing. So that is going to be the number on the outside, not the inside. Okay. Each of those numbers represents a 4-digit. So if you're looking due south, that 32 represents 3,200.
All right, and then the line next to that is what? Is that 3201?
No. 3,400.
No. I'm talking about the lines between 32 and 34, or do those matter?
Yes, exactly. That's between 32 and 34 is where you get into the details. Because if go look at the difference between 32 and the next pip right next to 32, and then if you go out to like 3,000 meters, that starts to matter a lot. So each one of those, the smallest lines on the outside is, I believe, 200.
Okay. Oh, okay. Duh. I see it now. So 32. The big line in between is 33.
3200. 30.
So that.
Go ahead.
So if I'm reading this right, 20, 40, 60, 80. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that represents 20. So 3,200, 3,220, 3,240, 3,260, 3,280, 3,300. I see it. All right. I understand.
Yep. So then that's just in the top right. Azimuth, that just gets you really precise. And that's how you can start to know too, like if you want to start to plan out a spread, you could be like, all right, to spread on this, grid here, we would do, these 4 numbers and these 3 elevations. And you could saturate an area.
All right, that totally makes sense. And I understand the table, and this is a hell of a lot easier than what I thought it was going to be.
All right, last thing.
Yep.
So whichever one of you has the backpack, you'll be able to have some ammo in that backpack when you take that support roll. To load it, you have to look at the top of the tube. Ammo handling and load. You can see that you can load 2 types of ammo right now, and you can't do it in the gunner seat. You have to be outside.
Okay, yep, got it. It's indirect, right? Yeah, I can do it.
Right now it'll load from boxes you have on the ground. So if you unload your full ammo box of mortar next to it, you can just pull them right from that box. The risk is just you have your ammo and mortar right next to each other. So just keep that in mind for counter battery.
So Poe, here's how I want to SOP this. If you're standing next to the mortar, I'll be on the mortar. We won't load. I don't want you to load anything in this mortar. But all right, we're getting prepped to fire. I'm lined up. I'll go load HE. You'll load HE, and then I want you to crouch and look away from me and say HE loaded. So pretty
Oh.
much, pretty much like if I was you and somebody was sitting on the gun and I said load HE, I would load HE, HE loaded.
Got it.
Pow. Load HE, HE loaded. Pow. And that gives me a verbal cue and a visual cue that the round is loaded and I'm ready to fire.
Copy that.
Remember, in this game mode,
How many rounds can you put in your backpack? Can you open this box here and see how many rounds you can put in your backpack?
Yep, got it. I'll give it a try.
limited equipment. So the ammo we have, the extra ammo we have, the vehicles we have, that doesn't come back. So the more you die, the more you lose equipment in the field, the more you risk, the more it might be harder to actually go back and retrieve it.
Alright,
let me get the box.
if you're talking about just the backpack itself, 9, but I can actually store one more on my vest. Total of 10.
Take 7 HE and 3 Willy Pete on your person.
Right now?
Yeah. And I'm actually going to load a second mortar in this second vehicle. We'll bring 2 mortars into the field.
Got it. So 7 HE, 3 WP.
Yes. Oh no. So check map, Poe. When we come down, we'll stash 1 vehicle in Dorita at cache 1. We'll take the second vehicle to cache 2, and we'll operate from that. We'll move up to P1 and set. Then position 2, we'll move to that if we need to after we fire a few. And then any further positions further into the contested zone, we'll mark as we go.
Copy.
Do you have an entrenching tool on you?
Yes, I have.
So what we'll do is when we get up to a mortar position, we'll dig. Can we dig trenches? Equipment.
I only see spider hole.
Dig spider hole. Huh. Let me ask Cosmonaut something. I can only dig spider holes, not trenches.
What? Do you have an entrenchment tool?
Yes. Oh,
Oh,
no,
yeah, correct. The grass is the grass,
Dig
yep.
Okay.
Trenches on the roads.
Duh, I'm stupid. So what
You
we'll
should see
do
trench
is
times are a lot more forgiving too.
Oh, that's good. So what we'll do, Poe, is when we go up to set a mortar position, we'll dig a
Yeah, I'm gonna go fill this up.
we'll dig a short trench And we'll dig one on the front side of the mortar and one on the back side of the mortar. That way, if we do take counter battery fire, we have some protection.
Understood. How far do you want the front and back to be?
I'll show it to you real quick. I'll dig them right now.
I think you can just dig a bit, then you just cancel it directly. I don't think you need to do the full one.
Oh yeah, I see. I didn't realize I could do that.
Oh, okay, that's a
About
lot
that
smaller
far.
than I thought. Okay, got it.
Yeah, about that far.
Got it.
Hell, we might even be able to make it smaller, to be honest. We want to try to encase the mortar with the trench, if at all
Yeah.
possible.
Got it.
All right, I'm taking like 5-10 minutes to set up the scenario a little bit here, and then I can get with people on kind of briefing, some objectives, any other questions we have. Let me know if anyone needs help with anything.
If you have any extra room in your inventory, you can grab some equipment out of those big boxes.
Got it.
I think that'll be good enough.
Oh, there is low
Grab more
impact
bandages,
damage
actually.
more, but recovery is higher overall anyway.
Gotcha.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, Fox. Just now you're talking about the entrenchment being a bit too large. You want it smaller. So actually, do you want me to like maybe build it halfway before I cancel it, or do you want the full short trench?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I feel like this feels fine actually.
But
Not
yeah,
too high,
yeah.
but it's also not too low.
Yeah, this one was about maybe 2/3. But when I canceled it, this one's too low.
Yeah. So this is just fine.
Yeah, this is fine.
Got it.
Like if I'm crouched on the mortar, pow. Yeah, this is just fine.
Okay.
Make sure you change your radio to 90 po.
Radio check.
Ninja.
Yeah.
Wait for it.
Oh my god, serious?
The only AO is the shaded area you got in between the two.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Get on it. Get on it. I want to see.
And they're in a similar.
I look atrociously weird when I'm sliding around.
It's so cool. I like it there. I think it's really neat.
Yeah.
We're gonna try it. Thing is, if we can find ammo for it, none of the boxes are.
But they're not going to be.
That's not. Is this is not a V1, right?
Kind of like hold and contest this.
What's this? Wait.
says
Oh,
ATV.
83.
So expect them to be like kind of in their half of the area with some
Okay.
bleed through.
And we have
Like
those specific
10
objectives.
is enough, right?
Trying to see what
Yeah, we already have like another
You're hunting
10.
their assets,
They're
so
in
their logistics, their turrets,
let's
their
find the-
vehicles, any of their buildings, manpower, you know, is nice to get, but you don't really care about manpower, to be honest.
good
You're
to
not
see it.
interested in getting kills. You want to destroy or capture equipment or destroy the crew of a mortar, for example.
Can't carry this.
And that's
Is,
still
uh,
confined to this AO here.
Yes.
You can drag
Okay.
it.
Yeah. If you see them beyond that or whatever, fine. But this is where you're expected to be operating. This is sort of the
Then it's too
line.
heavy, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Here, I'll just take out some of them.
Where are the ATGM rockets?
So those are just one rocket per launcher.
Oh, we can't reload it?
No, those are not reloadable at all.
Oh.
They have a max range of 3 kilometers.
Are they like shooting straight, or do they have?
They shoot straight. They're kind of wonky. They're not as nice as other wire guided optics, but you can still guide them pretty well. It's just the optic isn't great, so make
So I
sure
have
you
to
have a
like
clear target.
keep my aim on the target at all times until it
Yes,
hits, and
yes,
that's it.
yeah, and try not to have anything like try not to go over power lines and then like guide under it because it's wires and the wire will get caught.
Okay.
Yeah, straight clear shot and guide the missile on. So if it's moving, you can hit it if you just keep the target on it. It moves fast too, so yeah, you get one of those and then your dishcum. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a one shot. You can't reload it, and it's laser guided. So like you aim at the target and you just keep aiming at it, and it follows it.
You can operate now. Stay on this. I'm trying to figure out how to move this without having to send it or something.
concentration. We could push the envelope a little bit.
I'm gonna put some of the boxes in the crate over there, back in the box or the big thing, so we can.
Yeah, if you got
carry it
the
inside.
ammo, there's no need for it. Okay, I put the rocket inside.
Yeah, I'm just get these out of here. Are you too heavy now? I don't want to do that. Ah, there we go.
There might not be room because I've put the rocket launcher.
If there's not any room, then that's fine. Then we'll just have this. We might have room. Hold on. No, we don't have room. I mean, do we really need the spare wheel?
No, you don't need the spare wheels. Yeah, you
let's-
guys can remove the spare wheels. You probably don't need them,
Remove
and
the
I
spare-
can't remove them by default.
I'm
Sorry.
removing it. Just gonna start a little pile right here.
Oh, it works now.
Nice. I'm gonna go put these back in.
Oh my god. This sounds as retro as hell.
Pick a damn station.
thought I turned that off.
Your music sucks.
Radio check.
I got you, Lima Charlie.
Radio check 90.
Name check.
You on the right radio? Are you on the right radio? She didn't right radio. You should know. You should know. I ain't telling you. What's standard drill frequency?
Hello?
Hello?
Lemon.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I got you.
Got me?
You got me?
Yep, I got you.
Yep, I got you.
Comp check. Let me Charlie.
Let me Charlie.
Is anyone else here?
Anyone else hearing Drake twice?
No.
I'm hearing everyone twice.
Disable your in-game VoIP.
Real paranoid about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got one.
Yeah,
Excellent.
we brought a spare for each of our ammos as well.
Got it. Okay, I've got a lot of stuff I want to add. I'm trying to think. Next thing I already know, I'm going to ask him to make bikes loadable. They'll take up cargo space, but if you want to load bikes into cars, I'm going to have that as an option as well. Adorable. Didn't know that was an option. This plan looks good. This looks more or less what I think you should see. The only thing I would say is just because I've had to set this up in Zeus and I'm not gonna like set it live at once, the enemy is more pre-positioned on their half than you guys are. So if you kind of think this is the line of contact, you know, they got to go set up there an hour ago, more or less. So just be wary advancing straight into them. Aside from that, should be pretty good. They've got a decent amount of statics to contend with, and obviously more infantry because I can't chessboard a whole Op 4 to operate like we're doing here in these teams. So aside from that, I'll probably ride along, but otherwise I'm going to be Zeusing to keep it good. If you guys are good to go, we can start whenever. We'll say there's a, like once we're live, maybe like a 45 to 1 hour timer just to see how we perform and how we feel effectiveness and all that is.
Right.
Yeah, wait, me and
Come on,
Ronix still need to
Poe!
find out a place to set up. Right, Ronix?
Yeah.
You drive the second, Vic.
Got it. My Vic is the one with all the HE.
Yeah, all the ATs in that one. So what we'll do, I put another mortar in there too. So what we'll do is we'll drive to Dorito.
Alright, recon. There's OTM.
And then you'll get into my vehicle. We'll drive to mortar cache 2, and then we'll pull the mortar up to P1.
Yep.
Go ahead.
got it.
Go ahead. Okay, I didn't know if you were just sitting on the road there. below you missed your turn.
Be that. We're supposed to travel the east from here, right?
Pull back to the intersection and then come southwest down the road. That's good.
I mean,
Come up.
sorry?
Oh, it's Thorn. Thorn got me lost. Thorn made me take a wrong turn.
Ah, okay.
Thorn, have you been lost this entire time? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm good though.
I'm good though.
I noticed that when I decided to follow you.
Yeah, I thought I was in a town further down than I was.
You might want to turn your music off, bad guys are gonna start hearing you.
Right, yeah. Report deck. I'll go look.
There's a nice little footpath here. I didn't realize there was a footpath.
There's one more. I can't find it. Alright, we'll go ahead and find us a route out of here real quick.
There should be a footpath that will make you turn to the right.
Don't ask me, just tell me.
They'll get you to the building as well.
I think I'm gonna just bring the vehicle up. This is a bit more forgiving terrain.
Yeah. Actually we can just get ourselves all the way up. You just follow the footpath.
How copy our contact? This is recon to anybody on this net.
Alright.
Should we be taking out the boxes, or should I just use whatever is inside my bag right now?
We'll use whatever's inside your bag right now.
Okay.
Alright, there we go. Set her down. Actually, let's take one box of high explosives with us.
Got it.
I wish I could carry this thing, but I can't.
What's going on, Thorn?
I'm all good.
Poe, after I get this thing set up, I want you to put your backpack in the car. That way, when we leave, I can just disassemble this and we can get out a little bit quicker.
Ah, got it. Then we will just use the HE for now.
Yeah, we'll just use the HE for now.
Copy. I do have some WP inside my my vest if needed.
All right, go ahead and set the box here and go put your backpack in the car.
Got it.
I'd set it right here. I'll move it. I'll move it. You go. You go.
Got it. Oh, you're already getting out?
Yeah. No recon yet. Might as well, right?
Yep.
Is that new contact or our old? I'm looking for more.
This is Ogre 1. We are established at mortar position 1.
This is Recon. You're coming in 1 by 5. How copy?
Usually for sites like this, will you try to like put up more trenches around the mortar site itself?
We can fight up here if we need to.
Say that again. Oh,
No.
like around the side. Yeah.
Do you want me to do it for this?
What the fuck was that?
Go
More?
ahead. Help me calculate range real quick from Ogre 1. Let me look here.
Radio check 83.8.
Can I get, I don't have comms with the Gamma element. Can I get a rough estimate on range to that EI recon mark and how accurate that is?
Gamma Element should have a long-range comm unit on their backpack. Is that not working?
I don't have a long-range comm unit with me.
Stand by. I'll give you one. Should have made you take TL. That was my mistake.
Help me calculate range real quick, Poe.
33.
Get out of your mortar for a second, Anderson.
You mean look at the range card?
I just need to figure out the range from us to that EI recon mark.
How do I even calculate that? Wait. EI recon mark.
There you go. It's on your back.
Radio check, A3 point.
Marked on map.
It's Ogre 1, 83.8.
Yes, reference map. Wait a minute, I'll tell you. 3 times EI, 0946. Can you throw me a mortar round up there?
Copy that, stand by.
Also marked the bunker that has a static weapon in it.
Fuck it, I'll just count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll call it 1100.
There's 2 bunkers actually. 2 bunkers actually.
I'm looking at least 1.3 clicks
They're
away.
crawling all over the place. They're in the low ground as well.
I see him.
I see him.
My call.
I'm saving my ammo. That's a bit of a shot.
You can make it far because we
Ogre,
have a
was that your round out? Ogre, how copy?
Ogre's not put rounds out.
We're receiving murder fire. We could get those. Put that round out in a hurry, please.
Eyes on. See if I can. Gauge your rounds. Your rounds.
HE loaded.
Titan should be in position soon to
Ogre
get
1,
static support.
one round away.
Ogre 1, 1 round away.
You're not on radio for the last one.
Yeah, we should be able to support Gamma with our static in a minute.
You tried to replay twice, right?
Was that your splash?
A firm, Ogre splash.
Okay. Keep that range. Move. Probably 50 meters west. Make it 100 meters west. Fire 2. And we're not going to give you BT. We got to get out of here.
Copy that.
I don't hear your last if you're saying something.
Load HE, load HE.
Is that our support?
Loaded.
Is that our support?
Load HE.
Negative. That's enemy firing from a bunker uphill on the south.
Loaded.
Ogre 1, 2 rounds away. I'm on a long range. Oh, hell, Poe. Look, bearing 195, ridge line with the radio tower to the left of it. You got binocs? You see that mortar? There's a destroyed truck just to the left of the radio tower. There's a mortar right beside it.
I do not see that. I see the radio tower, but I do not see whatever you're talking about. Yeah, no, I see the radio tower, but I don't see the truck you're talking about.
You can't see the truck sitting right to the left of it?
Nope. Oh, wait, that could be because of my distance. No, I set it 2000. What's your...
Alright, I might be able to calculate this. Hang on.
Get Desert Land in here.
call that 3,500.
That's at least 2 clear out.
3,500. We'll call that 1.
If we're not doing much, we should at least be digging to defend ourselves up on this hill. We're pretty bald with no cover.
All right, we'll see. We'll see if I can get.
I've got this.
I've
got the positions marked out whenever the mortar wants to take shots at them.
Yeah, copy that. It might be out of my range. I'm going to see what we can work on it.
Yeah, I tried taking a few shots myself. I'm well out of range.
Oh, hell, I can look right at it. I don't know why I was calculating all that. All right, we're gonna.
Never mind. I have eyes. I've eyes on now. My distance wasn't long enough. Wasn't far enough.
Do some calculation here. Type 63 mortar on charge 1, 1650.
Alright, reference. Recon's new route of travel. How copy?
Alright, come on.
I copy reference route of travel. Relaying. Anderson, you copy recon route of travel.
We're exactly
Affirm,
2
solid
click.
copy.
I see that we're
Recon,
exactly 2
mortar
click.
copy group.
Alright, and we're concerned about that static weapons team, because there are infantry down and below off to the north.
I'm gonna run, put this radio out.
My fault, they're
We're
west.
gonna have to relocate to P2.
Copy that.
Titan team copies.
Go
Infantry
ahead.
to our west in the low.
Got it.
Possible.
This is Ogre 1. We're going to relocate to P2. We can't get fire on those hard points from here.
Grab your box. Just grab your box.
Got. Never mind.
Or I'll grab the box. You grab the mortar.
Alright, let's get eyes out 180 degrees, see if we see anything.
We gotta expedite. They're gonna start putting mortars on us.
Products, where's our ammo box? Is it still in
I'm
the
not
car?
putting it in the read.
Yeah, it should be.
Okay, yep, is it?
Alright, load.
Going in. But honestly, I think mortar point 2 is only
Right, you guys up?
it's barely made it inside the mortar
yes.
range.
We just took a round. We're all heads up on Titan, but mortar just impacted nearby. Gonna try and move our car or entrench around it. Titan's gonna start engaging that ridge line with our dish coming and trading fire. We're gonna see what we can draw out. Fist, pull that dishcom back to us if you're not dug in up there. Never mind, it's a good spot.
This is
This is Recon 1 to Titan.
Send.
Do you all
have eyes on those bunker installations there on the high ground to the south?
Yeah.
I'm
I've
taking
been
out the
firing
Hishi.
them for a little while now.
Copy that.
Copy that.
I'm going to
get Ogre to dial that in with the mortar. You all give corrections. How copy?
Good copy.
This is Ogre. We're repositioning right now. We're off station. Standby.
ETA.
2 mics.
Give me a set it down right here and give me a trench in the front. I'll put a trench in the back.
Yep, got it.
Quick.
Nothing coming on. Ogre, you good? Ogre's up.
Stay in the low, I'll clear this.
Copy.
Eyes on mortar 188.
Alright, there we go.
I'm looking across the ASR at that
Bearing 188.
two
We're
wide
gonna use the
stone
binocs
building,
check.
and it looks clear as well.
Yeah.
Got it. I heard round. Get down, Titan. Round up. Round incoming, Titan. Can we get any marksman fire on that mortar or something? We need that thing knocked out, or we need to move.
It is very far from my position. I would have to really commit to getting up there.
You guys okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Close though.
Somehow that flipped our car completely away, so I might have to take Willie Pete rounds out, because they fuck with physics.
Oof.
Yeah.
I'm looking at 550. Around 1550 distance wise. Based on the map too.
1550. Alright,
Yep.
hang on. Alright, on charge 2, 1550.
Alright, car's fixed.
1180 on elevation. Load HE.
Loading. Loaded.
Give me another one in the tube.
I'm pushing way far south, Anderson, so your west is going to be exposed. Oh, sorry, your east.
Loaded.
I'll copy. Anderson?
Solid copy.
Copy.
Can you
Can you get eyes up that road southeast?
Yeah, I got it.
Do you see the impact?
Negative. I didn't even hear him.
Set with eyes.
Just surveillance. We want to see if you can see anything.
I've got 1 times at the set of buildings where a car is set. Stand by for mark.
Should I load directly?
Let's clean up the map. Alright, let's move to waypoint.
Copy.
Rounds short.
That's mortar rounds are short?
Mortar rounds short by like 400 meters, it looks like. Very short.
Shit.
What?
Make sure you're on a flat surface, too.
Oh, is that why? We're somewhat slanted.
As best you can. I
Actually, I don't think it should affect it that much, but we'll see.
Load me HE. Here, I'll load an HE.
Okay, got it.
It's landing at the base of the hill, effectively.
Oh, okay.
That mortar shell was better. It's on the far east side of the hill, though.
Alright, I need to adjust west.
Yes.
Yes.
Just west.
Just west.
300 meters.
300 meters.
Loading, Hishi.
Load HE.
Loaded. A lot more west.
That looked good.
That looked good.
Load HE.
Load Hishi. Loaded.
Load HE.
Loaded.
Load HE.
Loaded. Wait, I think the mortar was aiming at us just now.
We're still out of range. Pick up one of these bags.
Copy. Fox, was there a mortar hitting near us?
And there, it's moved south. We gotta get in range. Where you at, Poe?
Behind you. I'm picking up the cart over. Box, I also just check inside the box. I think we only have
This is Recon 83.8, how copy?
we don't have 2 Hishi left inside the cart.
Copy.
This is Recon 83.8. All we have is static comms are 0.5 by 5. Nothing audible.
Just throw your bag on the ground right here.
Yep. Just for note, it's not fully straight here as well.
This is Recon on long range 83.8. How copy?
Oh, fuck me. Oh fuck, we're like way not straight. Alright, we're just gonna have to make two. Come here, load HE.
This is Recon 1, long range 83.8, reference map 2 times EI 1007, heading east away from our position up Ogre's Hill. How copy?
One disc gunner down. Got vehicle audio on the south side of their hill.
Yes! Give me HE.
Got. Oh my god, the movement. Loaded.
Give me everything that we got. Give me everything that we got.
Copy.
I got 2 aggressive.
WP loaded.
Alright, go get the car, go get the other box.
Copy. Sorry, you want me to drive over or do you want me to...
Yes.
I just saw that splash.
How we doing on ammo? Does anybody need resupply yet?
I'm bringing down my second box of mortar ammo.
Was that on 90? Oh yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah, sorry. I'll try and fix radios. I'm taking notes on all this shit.
Well, this is Recon 1, how copy?
Oh, this is the one with the WP ammo.
Did you copy me, Bridges?
I copy you, Drake.
For note, this is WP.
The radio, these shortwaves have a max range of 2,000 meters.
Loading in.
Whoa, contact close on Titan.
Alright, load.
Loaded.
I have a small arms fire, close, southwest.
Continue.
Yeah.
He's down.
Loaded.
Satisfied contact, 2 down at least.
Need this round to land. So
Alright, Titan now has a rocket, so we can at least send some rockets out now.
Firing.
2 enemies down.
Loaded. Is the latest white one ours?
Yeah, I don't know. It's supposed to be raising the elevation, not. one landed so much shorter than the other one.
Oh wow, that went all the way to the other side.
All right, that last one was on the other side.
178.
Jesus Christ.
Oh wait, could it be the wind right now?
Alright, Titan to all, we are running low on static ammo itself. We do have weaponry to hold this position, but we may need to make a run back for some ammo.
Oh,
Why
wow.
did it flip? Thank you. Alright, give me a load.
Loaded.
Give me a load.
Titan to Ogre.
Send.
Loading.
Looks like I saw some of that round land on the
Done.
back side of the hill. I think that was pretty effective. It looks like that mortar team and some of the assets we saw have pulled off.
Yeah, copy that. It's been a bitch to work this in here, but we got it.
Yeah, that's a very sharp ridge.
Yeah, the mortar seems to be unoccupied right now.
Gamma 1, how you doing out there?
We are left with the MG unit.
This is Gamma. How copy?
Nice.
Copy, Gamma.
Good effect on target, but you missed the MG.
Stand by for update. Bridges given.
Loading. Loaded. You want to load another one?
Give me another, give me another.
In.
Give me another.
This is Recon 1. What's the sit rep on the bunker contact up on the high ground?
Sorry?
One more, one more.
Loaded. That was in front. Oh, vehicle 191. Just fall back behind the hill.
That white smoke protruding from the bunker is ammunition cooking off or a static cooking off.
Give me another, give me another.
Loaded. MG gunner seems down from my side.
This is Titan. We've got a truck full of guys unloading at the three-story complex to our southwest.
Done.
EI 1017, EI 1017, lots of them.
Yeah, that marker looks spot on for that sandbag emplacement.
Gamma, how read on this infantry that just rolled up on us? Yeah, they're trying to push through here, it looks like.
$600 is 1430.
One left, one ammo left.
Load.
Loaded. Last ammo. Take note, last ammo. That is the last ammo.
Ogre, we need rounds when possible. We're spotting.
We fired our last round. We are packing up. We got to go back for cash.
Copy. Can you get us 50-round dishcom boxes when you go back?
Yeah, affirm. Where's your cash site at?
It should be marked the Titan green dot.
Oh, are you talking about all the way at base? We were heading to Dorita for our resupply.
I don't think we have a cache. I don't think we planned ahead. Titan's learning lessons out here.
That first round landed. Was that accurate?
It was just short. It was like 200 meters short.
All right, I'm gonna leave the mortar where it is and come back. That way I can just jump right into it.
Copy.
Is here to the west, In.
Alright, Titan is sending one man myself back to try and grab some ammo from our main base. We're gonna grab any other resupply that people need while we're there.
We need another box of mortar.
Will do.
Oh, wow. How's the vehicle?
Somehow not destroyed. Except 1960s engineering. Solid steel vehicle.
Makes you feel like you're driving a BMW or a Mercedes. Oh, the rock. Oh, wow. Oh, I think we are on the steep slope side. Should be to our left.
I'm watching her 6. We don't want one of them coming up on us.
In.
Flawless.
I will clear the cache 1 marker since it's no longer needed.
Yeah, good.
Is that to Titan 1? We got 10.
This is Gamma 1.
Oh, wow.
Gamma 1 happy.
Just unload one box.
We got you, Gamma 1.
Yeah, we're going to be going down into a low, and
sit right on your contact.
you're not going to be able to hear us.
We got 10 times, at least 11 times contact. They're trying to move up from us.
I need to know where.
I'm back with the ammo Titan. I'm coming. I'm getting up in between waypoint 1 and recon box 1 now. I'm going to try and basically get up on the west side of you. Ogre, where are you? I've got your ammo.
Ogre's at the her mark. We've returned with some more ammo. Mortar here, copy that.
Yep, send it.
Alright, call it 38 exactly.
How copy?
That is what, call it 1, 2,
Do you want me to
3,
preload?
4, 5,
Anybody copy me on this net?
7.
I got you.
Copy, okay. Just having some weird, yeah, I think it's just the short waves I have. I'm almost about to start coming up off-road to you, Titan.
Copy that.
One round away.
Preload.
Go ahead.
Loaded.
Titan, can you hear my Vic audio?
Negative. Oh, we can hear you now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
BDA.
Mortars too short to the east. If you can get into the west a little bit, inside the town.
You said it was short?
Yeah.
Round away.
Reload.
Yeah, preload.
Loaded.
That's on target, that's good. We need 2 more if you can to the house on the southwest, the far southwest house.
Loaded.
Load.
On the here, 7 mark.
Load.
Loaded.
There are like 10 enemies right there.
Load.
Loaded.
4 rounds out. How are those rounds?
A little too far to the east of it. Go a little bit.
We need them a little bit more to the west if possible.
Load.
Loaded.
Load. Feed me till I tell you to stop.
Got it. Loaded.
Gamma, how copy on the west side? Is there any contact coming in west?
Loaded.
Alright, load one more and hold.
Loaded.
Alright, we're holding.
Copy. I'm just gonna reposition the car a bit.
BDA on those rounds.
Mortars, again, too much to the east. We need them to the southwest, possible.
We need we need to start marking where rounds are landing so mortars can correct for themselves. We need some math or numbers that they can start to use.
Remember the impact. Marking impact.
Am I short? Am I long?
I marked it for. Landed 1029.
I'm back, ready to load.
Stand by.
Oh, I'm getting another box.
Just need to correct it a little bit to the west.
I got ears, no eyes.
The range is good.
I got.
All right, load when you can.
It's already loaded.
Spotting round out, spotting round out.
Second loaded.
Track it till it gets out of sight.
Gordon, is that you shooting at him down there?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, it's me.
Copy. All right, we're up on this hill behind you to your northeast.
Take note this second box.
Right, I tracked it.
BDA.
Alright, you ready to
Getting a
go?
little bit too much to the east. We need it a bit more to the west. I'm gonna mark it.
More vehicle audio.
Spotting round out.
Loading.
Second truck
Load
coming in to the same area. Yeah, that's good, that's good. I sent four more to the same location.
Already
Like,
loaded, already loaded.
to the west.
Loaded another one, loaded another one.
Keep going, keep going, keep going till I tell you to stop.
Loaded. 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 Loaded.
Over 2 rounds complete.
How are we looking on ammo?
4 left.
Is that all we got?
Good
for?
hits, good
Yep.
hits.
And that's also our last box. Last box.
Take
Yeah, that town got cleared.
take the car up to Cosmonaut's position. They should
There's
be
still
up
a
to the
second truck a little bit
northwest.
behind the town.
And
though.
he, or no, there should be due west of us actually. And
This is Ogre. We're taking fire from the east.
Ogre taking fire from the
enemies,
east.
enemies
Stay
mounted
firm
a truck.
far. We can't ID it.
Just mounted a truck and are moving southwest.
southeast maybe. Where the fuck is this guy? Sniper maybe?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Titan, repeat. Are there more enemies moving into that town?
Negative. They mounted in a truck and are trying to get away, but they're chaotic.
Copy that.
Vehicle at the old radio tower.
I can send you new coordinations for the dismounted soldiers.
Ogre's taking some kind of sniper fire from the east. See his tracers. He's southeast of Ogre somewhere. I can't ID his position, but he's a sniper.
Copy, Ogre. Get out of there.
I can build a big trench if you want me to do that.
Let's get out of here. There might be more guys. Go and load the box.
Saw it, 1-to-1, 1-to-1. The lower side of the hill, of the ridge.
I see that bastard.
We need a counter sniper of some kind, or Titan can handle it if we reposition.
I'm out of sniper rounds. I'm down here using enemy weapons.
Copy. When's the last we heard from Gamma Recon?
This is Gamma, copy.
Copy, Gamma. Good and clear.
Yeah, we're gonna this ridge here where waypoint 3 is. That should give us a commanding view of everything. How copy?
We copy, we copy.
We got it, Poe. We got it.
Ogre, we got eyes on BTR firing Dishcom at you as well.
From where? From where?
Up on the ridge just below the radio tower. We'll see if we can hit him with Dishcom.
Eyes on. We'll work on him as well.
Negative. Focus on getting away from that marksman. We'll hit him with the Dishcom.
Lightning, we've killed enemy marksman.
Excellent.
You want us to pull out or stay here and exchange with this BTR?
Go ahead and pull out. We're gonna probably call this in about 5-10 minutes just to get a rapid feedback before main session.
Copy that.
Well, we can, do you want? Oh, those are empty boxes if you still want.
That's fine. We'll take it with us. Let's go and load everything up.
Are we still getting shot somewhere?
Yeah, there's a BTR to our south shooting us.
Should the BTR be a lot more bursting more?
You would think. Grab that other empty box.
Got it.
Oh, it can't be loaded.
Yeah, I can't because of the trench. Okay, never mind. Got it. Oh, wow.
Oh, you know what? No, we can't take the empty boxes with us. Shit.
I have inside enemy truck. Don't kill me, please.
Here, I'm gonna unload this. That box was empty. Oh, come on.
Yeah, the other box is empty as well.
Inside enemy truck won't kill you.
There's still one or two contacts down in that little area down there, but I've wiped most of them out.
Yep, eyes on you pulling out. We'll
Nope.
Gamma, if you're able to make your quick exit, go ahead. But otherwise, I'm gonna get us a teleport at about this point.
Give us a couple minutes. We got get these bunkers.
Understood. Will do.
Got it, go. Going in. Yep.
Ogre is pulling out. We have further contacts engaging us from our east.
Oh, wow.
We just jumped a wall.
Yeah, I guess. Up in front, I think. Oh, wow.
Copy, Gamma. Eyes on some of that smoke contact. We'll just fire some rounds up to make some noise, but this station doesn't seem to reach that far very well. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Gamma, appreciate your efforts up there. Looks like you mostly did get them all, except for a couple stragglers, and there was quite a lot still. I'm gonna teleport us all back to the main setup. He would have if I had let you. We all know that.
I don't know.
Got it.
Last two.
Yeah, but next time.
Sorry, guys. There we go.
Next time, if we
Pistol
bring
blast
that
too. I
rocket
just
thing
knocked
again,
him
then
out right before
we're
the
gonna have to
teleport, and I was
plan out
walking up
caches.
to shoot him in the head one last time.
Does anyone need a heal? Alright, there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to want feedback on right now. I'm going to first work on just rebalancing this and actually make it more palatable for any kind of PvP thing for 5 p.m. Give me just, using your imagination, picturing this with more people, a little more fleshed out, picturing that each of these teams has a little more freedom to operate in their purpose as they need to. How do you guys see this working out in the right terrain with the right everything balanced? Kind of a big question, I guess.
I thought it was fun.
That's okay.
Here's what I noticed. Comms for us were virtually non-existent. Anytime we wanted to have outgoing, we weren't getting it. No, we were getting it in spurts, but we need to develop some kind of protocol to know whether our signals are going out and our signals are being received or not, because it seems like every time we wanted to assert something, we had no comms on either the 83.8 or the 90. So we might want to think about that. And the fact that whether they work or whether they don't work is kind of moot in this scenario, because that's kind of life, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll probably just go ahead and include just normal FIDAX or whatever for the other session, just so we can use whatever works consistently. I won't mess with the short range anything.
Well, we lost track of anything Ogre after we called in our last 2 rounds, come up and talk to you, and then we split over on our course of action. We were wanting that bunker complex up there that we ended up getting on taken out because it commanded everything that we were doing, and and we didn't see any kind of heavy assets. We saw some infantry assets, and we marked everything on the map, but we couldn't have called Ogre in on it anyhow. And I don't know, I haven't run the mortar, I don't know how difficult it is, but it seems like our response times on the mortar is the moment's over before the rounds come out. I don't know if we can expedite that or what.
So that's something and we can get into mortar doctrine as a specific thing, because that is important. Let's earmark that real quick in case anyone else has points they want to, because I want to go into that in a minute if no one else has major feedback at the moment.
I just think it's the Discom team needs to have better comms with everybody else. They need to mark more things on map, and we also need to plan out caches so we don't have an ammo problem again.
Yeah. Okay. So, a lot of what I'm hearing is a lot of more you guys are looking at this is like, all right, how do we play this better? Does this feel like something where there's a skill ceiling and that you can improve and be rewarded for trying to figure out ways to improve and operate better?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because that's what I'm looking for. I want to make sure this is something that people feel like it's worth their time and it's worth thinking about and talking about and debriefing about, rather than just rolling the dice and hoping it's not a waste. So, all right. So back to the mortar thing now. There's no fact in my mind as how it should be. My opinion is that I think mortars should be something that is not reactive as much as it is proactive. I think trying to be like, oh, they're there, get the round out, trying to be really quick with the mortar with something that takes 30 seconds to hit, I think it's always just going to be a bit difficult. And I think if we change the way we look at it on how we deploy it to where this is a very, once we have a setup mortar and a setup system, this can be something that we can kind of direct and push the enemy around with rather than just respond to them and hopefully we get hits. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that poses a question. Did the EI bunker complex up there on that high ridge line, the 200 ridge line, this one, did we ever get rounds on that?
I expended 20 rounds of ammunition on that ridge line.
I feel this was a bad test, guys, and I'm sorry. This terrain's bad for this, and that is that's a really hard ridge line to get anything to splash, to hit anything on top of it. You have to be right on target.
Yeah,
and they got
I have
within 5 meters of the peak.
Yeah, I have 5, like a round to hit any of those targets effectively. I had 5 meters or 10 meters to hit. Everything else I was hitting just to the north side of the peak, just to the south side of the peak, and the steepness of the ridge. Essentially, all of the shrapnel was carrying over top of the bad guys. But I expended over half of my ammunition on that ridge line, and I was hitting, but I wasn't getting it perfect.
This goes back to the radios. Bridges, you were with me. Were you aware of any of that?
No.
We saw one splash one time, and I think that's when we were all the way back at waypoint
out
1.
Here.
And that's probably where receiving is easier than transmitting in TFAR, like it is in real life. So you guys were your transmitting was blocked, but which is like, okay, cool, we know the explanation, but for now I'm just going to get better radio so we don't have to deal with that. Because I'd rather have good comms that I can take away rather than start with not even knowing what we're doing. So yeah, comms will be adjusted and should not be a problem at all next time.
And and outside of gameplay, inside of gameplay, this was very instrumental to this AO. We had to have some kind of command on it. It would seem like, but it looks like that the bulk of the contacts you all are receiving. We did call this contact out here that ended up coming up on your thing, but I don't know if you heard us or not.
You did. Yeah, you did, and I tried to relay that we heard.
Okay, well, we didn't get any response. But it seemed like they fixed you all, but you all still tried to stay in this area, per se. Maybe once we get compromised, you could do just like basically Bridges and I, we were wanting to do this, but we got compromised, around in here, and so we just backed all the way off and just went we just left that. And maybe that's something that you all could consider doing instead of having to fight out engagements and around your positions, just relocate your positions.
Yes.
You got, 1,600 meters?
With the mortar?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I was engaging this position here at my max range, and due to the elevation differences, I had to go down into the valley just to even hit this ridgetop.
And this scenario is designed almost for flat. Again, I fucked up putting us here because this was designed for flatland. When you have a big peak like that, it requires the mortar to basically land at the top of its trajectory, which shortens the range by default, because that top of the trajectory only makes up half of your range, right? So,
well, it's a good learning experience, but the reason why I asked that was, you all were basing out of this area here. Once you started making your contact, maybe you ought to just load them up the truck and move to this area here, use the defilade of this ground, and then we could systematically work this. And then you all, could pull in behind 124 or whatever. I know this was just stretching your range here by a whole lot, even if you're tucked in around here. So, but if you understand what I'm saying, I'd like to have a yes or no on that. Is that a good principle or not?
I never felt that my position was untenable whatsoever, and I still felt, even though I was planting, even though I was having a hard time hitting the peak, I was getting rounds on target. I mean, I destroyed the Dishcom's ammo supply. I'm pretty sure I destroyed the mortar's ammo supply. I was able to blast this town to smithereens that they took contact from, and even when I took fire from the east, it was a lone sniper, and before he could see us, they were so close. So I never felt like my position was necessarily untenable, even though I was in a precarious spot. Now, doctrine-wise, with other players and whatnot, this is against AI, so it's hard to say. But yeah, I think a more fluid maneuver against other players is much more warranted.
Yeah, like me and Bridges, we went totally off page when we went up here to go hit this. There's no way that we would have been a strike force as a recon unit. But here's what I'm thinking. You took counter mortar fire. We took counter mortar fire very quickly. And you also had, boots on the ground presence in around you. If this is not stupid AI and this is people, and they're going to put more accurate mortar fire on you, and they're going to be much more deliberate in their responses to try to take you all out. That's why I'm thinking, maybe we ought to always go with the better safe than sorry until we do get pinned in and have to fight, is what I'm thinking. Because if we're not fighting the AI in this scenario, even up here, these people, we wouldn't have had the freedom of movement that we had in a lot of this. So just something to think about.
And I think with the 60 millimeter mortar, the mindset on the 60 millimeter mortar needs to be, because like I went into this, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna set my mortar position up here, and I'm gonna go set a mortar position up here, and that's not what the 60 is good for. I think the 60 is a more of an aggressive deployment mortar system. Hence why I ended up down in the middle of the valley to hit my targets. If I was carrying an 80,
probably our stationary hit whatever we need to at any moment.
Say that again.
The 82.
That's what I was going with. Yeah, yeah. If I was carrying an 81 millimeter into the field, then yeah, that would have been that. But I should have been. And that, again, that's what makes the communications aspect harder, because it's a lot easier to move as a mortar team if I can break that mortar down and carry it on my back versus having to drag it this, that, and the other. That way my assistant can carry a box and my tripod, and I can carry my tube, and we can get to wherever the hell we need to get to plant that mortar to engage. I felt the worst thing about the scenario I didn't like is I ended up bringing my car down because there was just too much time to feed ammo between where my car was parked and that put the car in a very precarious spot.
Yeah, and I feel like I think I just added, no matter what, too much AI and just too much of a target-rich environment to pressure us to constantly get vehicles and get to where we need to be. So I think having fewer players on the field is also going to help us not feel that need for speed all the time.
Well, we had a vehicle that came down through here. It was two-man at transport. It wasn't juicy at all, but there's no way we would ever been able to coordinate a hit on that. We had a stationary BTR-40 right here that if you all were in range, that could have been shot at. But other than that, all we saw was, we saw patrol over here. We saw the sandbag emplacements. We saw this one guy who was lost.
Take what you're doing, but picture a full Orbat. Even what I posted is not a full Orbat, but let's say we have, the 15 on 15. In that case, there's a combat engineer team. There's a satchel team where, that two-man transport Vic, for whatever reason, lots of reasons, like not a target, not what you need right now, but you let them know 15 minutes later in a three-hour round, they can swing by and they're going to get some mines on that road that they know is an active road that they think is safe because they got a transport Vic through. So that's where you use the Orbat. That's where you can kind of put information out there, and if it's not an immediate strike, well, here's another way we can still use it.
And but it seemed like now the counter recon was performing the counter recon role, from what I could glean on from the radio.
I barely sent any. I was trying too much on Zeus and didn't really get any recon at us until the end when they were firing at the mortar team. So Thorn mostly just had way too many targets and not a good directive to work with, I don't think.
Yeah, I ended up going down there with an assault rifle.
Yeah.
And there you go. How do we refine our logistics? I got my basic thoughts in mind on what to do, but once we penetrate deep enough, it's almost going to be for somebody to have to bring our box to us. The only thing that we're doing is, we're cutting down that travel to the AO, all this. But if we put a box here, and let's say, we've moved into this position here, we can't go back and get that box.
Yeah,
but we could have somebody meet us halfway.
You might also another alternative is just tethering of it's just not worth extending ourselves more than 1,000 meters past our furthest guys because they can't support us with anything we find anyway, and they need info for whatever reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, and we can identify what that line would be.
Yeah,
and because I can see some advantages to some deep recon, but it doesn't cure anything that what we had just talked about. But that does raise an interesting question about a dedicated logistics people, not people who go back to base and bring things in, but people you mark your boxes where your stashes are, and then somebody can grab your stash and at least meet you halfway somewhere.
Yeah,
and make that very good. So if you had a group that was dedicated to that, or somebody who was allocated to that, I think that would be worth exploring.
So my ideal in the full form of this would be almost to be kind of let teams build, kind of arrange their orbit how they need, where they could say each team is going to have one guy who can shuttle that, or there's going to be a team of 4 people who are just all support shuttling stuff around, or however they want to handle that. I want people to be able to organize that structurally, however they need. I think there's a lot of cool options there.
Well, there is a lot of options there, and if you take this AO here, all right, there's not a lot of roads, and so there'll be some off-road. And you're talking about that retarded movement through there. That's that would be something that that they figure out. Would it be better for us to go all the way back around here and have them meet us at the quarry? Or do we try to slug it along through this area here, or whatever? Go down through this slow ground, because this is going to be slow, the way I understand it, almost walking speed. And this you could probably drive faster, but that'll have to be something to be determined by the people who are trying to get you the boxes. But we could put recon boxes, we could put mortar boxes, we could put support boxes for whatever groups that we have, and we can stash them, like we've been doing. But if we could get another group to sit there and help us out, if we've made penetration. You all didn't penetrate that much, but once we got to, when we relocated to Waypoint 1, if we would have expended a lot of ordnance, it wouldn't have been nothing to jart down to Recon Box 1. But we were originally going to put Recon Box 2 right here. We were pretty much it ended up being right here, and we're over here. By the time we walk over and get our stuff and walk back, moment's over.
Yeah. And there's the way the overall orbit I have in my head that kind of lines out is you've got 2 categories of offensive penetrating teams, like your forward observer recon, and your sapper teams who are trying to get deep in there. You've got your midline teams who are your 60mm mortar, and your Titan teams with their statics and shit. And then you've got your rear teams, which is your HQ, your 80mm mortar, and your support and your combat engine and stuff. I got to do some editing as well on this before we get going again at 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this down.
I'll be back.
But yeah, you'd kind of have, everyone would have their own needs, and everyone might be able to support each other and shuttle some of that ammo, all right, we can't make the trip all the way, we got to get back on our gun, but we can shuttle it over here and drop that off for you. Any of those solutions and figuring out ways to make that work in a campaign. And then as you adjust, in a campaign, if you figure out all right, they know how to shut down this road now, we can't use it anymore, we got to figure out a new solution to get ammo here to make that hill still work for us.
If I have a concern about this, if I can analogize it this way, a basketball game is F&F. It's constant action going back and forth, and there's, constant action. Where a baseball game, is not constant in-your-face action. But there's a lot going on if you play baseball to enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, what the pitchers, how they're going to pitch the batter, what pitch the pitcher's going to throw the batter. Is the batter going to be a hit and run? It's going to be a lot of things that people consider boring about baseball. I don't think baseball is boring, but I kind of think that the back and forth of basketball kind of gets a bit mundane. But most people gravitate to that constant in-your-face kind of thing. And so if I have a concern, it would be how people respond along those lines. Was that a good analogy?
Yeah, I understand perfectly. And you're right. I'm trying to basically combine a bit where I want, if you're not into that bigger picture baseball, figuring out the solutions, I kind of want you to be able to operate as like a sapper team or a recon team, or eventually in a bigger Orbat, I would have like, if in 30 on 30, you'd have all these kind of specialized, guys with shitty guns, and then maybe like one, 6 to 8 man team of just like these guys got AKs, and those are your actual assault teams who you send in anytime you have a weak spot where you want to send in and push them out. And so those guys could be constantly pushing and get the basketball feel of like all these assaults are defending. Yeah, I think if you make all the roles kind of equally relevant to the battlefield, you can have the baseball and basketball.
Well, we'll see. We'll just keep working at it.
Yep.
Hi, I'll be back.
Hey, Fuel.
What's up?
It'd be kind of an interesting scenario for an FNF.
What?
One where each team basically gets one squad that is actually well equipped, or even like half a squad, so like a fire team.
Uh-huh.
And then the rest of the team gets okay weapons or very little ammo, and it's basically meant to be like they're the ones kind of holding the line while the other teams are meant to be like a response and breakthrough force.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about here. In FNF, it's typically ends up that's just like kind of your 3 faction where like 2 are allied and 1 is special.
You could set the roles in those squads, those slots specifically to that, couldn't you?
You could.